Hello beautiful friends, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be planting a wonderful cover crop, beets. Okay, now this is one of my favorite late winter, early spring crops to grow. The benefit of growing these beets is that it's actually going to end up adding some nutrients back into this garden space, and it's basically going to pre-prep the bed for us for the summer garden. And then of course it's also going to be giving us a whole crop to harvest. So I'm really glad and really excited that you're here, and I hope you learned something new and this inspires you to grow this particular crop this time of the year. Because not only can you grow this in a bed or in ground, but you can actually grow these in pots or even in green stalks. So if you're in an even smaller space, you can totally benefit from growing beets. And if you're stuck in an apartment, maybe only have a balcony, guess what? Beet microgreens are delicious. I highly, highly recommend them. So give it a go and try just doing microgreens out of them because they're absolutely wonderful. So let's go on ahead and get to the really fun part of the video, which is putting our seedlings in. But the first thing that we need to do, we need to get this soil pre-moistened. Let's go on ahead and get it going. Okay friends, so pre-moistening the soil in this situation actually helps prevent these seeds from shifting around, which means that we are 10 times more likely to have beets that are going to size up appropriately, and we won't have to thin as much, and things are just not going to get as hinky. Because when you put seeds in dry soil and cover them up and then water them, things just tend to get a little shifty. So I highly, highly recommend that you pre-moisten your soil. Now let's go on ahead and get these seeds into the ground. All right friends, so now that we have gotten our soil pre-moistened, we are good to go. I'm going to take my handy little hory. I highly recommend this tool. It has measurements on it, as you can see. So I'm going to be using this for my spacing. And it also has blades that can help harvest, as well as help you, of course, make the appropriate lines that you need to make. Now, what you will notice in this bed in particular, you can see I've got some garlic here. Thankfully, the squirrels have not pulled this crop up for us, so I'm just going to be mindful of where these are planted, and I'm going to be planting over here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little hory, kind of move my straw out of the way, and I'll put the straw back over the top because that's just going to add a layer of protection should any cold weather come in, because you will need to provide a little bit of cover should you get any frost, especially when they're in the very tender seedling stages. So these are beet seeds. They are a little bit bigger than most other, say like turnip or kohlrabi or even rutabaga. So it does make it a little bit easier to handle them. These seeds are a couple years old, so I'm going to put 2 in each of my holes, and they're going to be about a ½ inch deep is all. And I'm going to be spacing these the same way that I have spaced my turnips and my kohlrabi, which is about 4 inches. I really don't like my beets to get too much bigger than that, just because they tend to get woody, and I don't really prefer the texture. So all I'm going to do is just put 2 seeds like that, kind of gauging it. And what I will do is, if I end up with 2 little seedlings coming up in that area, I'll just pull the one that looks the weakest and then keep the strongest and let it grow on. And that is literally all we are going to keep doing all the way down this bed. Okay friends, so beets are super high in nitrogen, and that's one of the reasons that I love to plant beets in my garden space this time of the year, because when I go to put in my summer crops in this bed, and because I'm going to in particular be planting some winter squash in these beds this year to trellis up over the top, having that extra nitrogen is just going to add an extra layer of protection and nutrients for those plants. Hopefully it will help them to grow on way stronger and we'll get a higher yield this late summer going into fall. So I hope you found this video helpful and maybe inspiring. If you have any questions or comments, go on ahead and drop them down below. And if you are interested in learning more about maximizing your garden yields, I have a guide that's perfect for that. It's called Digging Deep, and it's unleashing the power of garden abundance in your space. So I will have a link to that in the description box below. Go on ahead and check that out if you are interested. It's under $10. You can't beat that as a deal. And it's really going to help you jumpstart your garden, especially going into this new season, because really we're almost there, guys. The height of gardening season is upon us. So I really want you to be prepared for that. And guys, as always, keep it simple, natural, and essential. I'll see you on the next video. And at the end of this video, I will be including some other late winter, early spring crop ideas that will hopefully inspire you to grow right where you are. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.